Sensation is the physical process during which sensory systems respond to stimuli and provide data for perception. A sense is any of the system involved in sensation. So human beings are the most highly evolved among the animal kingdom because of its super brain. So in the previous sessions we have discussed about the major sense organs in human beings. The vision, the hearing, the taste, touch and smell. All the sense organs are well coordinated with the help of the brain. So brain acts as a processing unit which give an efficient result for the action. During sensation, sense organs engage in stimulus collection and transduction. So apart from human beings, there are millions of creatures in the world. So they also have very magnificent sense organs with advanced modifications of neurons and the related parts. So let's move on to the last topic of the chapter, receptors in animal world. There are thousands and millions of creatures on the earth which are included as vertebrates and invertebrates. Just have a quick look on super sensors, animals with magnificent sense organs in their body. Here some are examples here. Platypus with electroreception, bat with echolocation, snake with infrared detection, octopus with polarized vision, catfishes with high efficiency in taste, elephant with prominent smelling technology, jewel beetles which can detect fire, cave fishes with prominent hearing, bees which can detect the earth's magnetic field, spider with super sensitive touch, and mantis shrimp with complex visual system. So here you can see the superstars of the earth, the snake, elephant, bees, spiders, platypus, cavefish, catfish, octopus. So all are heroes among the animal world. Now let's see some of these specialized receptors in some lower organism. So this is planaria. Planaria is having a specialized receptor called eye spot which is sensitive to light. So the name of the receptor is eye spot. Planaria is an aquatic organism. They have a special receptor called eye spot. Next, moving to reptile family. One of the most common reptile is snake. So snake possess specialized receptor called Jacobson's organ. This Jacobson's organ is situated near the nasal cavity or the roof of the buccal cavity. That is a prominent location which help to identify the molecules in air. So the odor particles are captured from the air by the tongue. That's why they always have a tendency to protrude their tongue out. For what? In order to absorb the molecules from air which is already diffused in air. So odor particles mix with fluids in the mouth and delivered to the ducts leading to the Jacobson's organ. So very highly efficient sense organ in snakes, that is the Jacobson organ. So let's see some points related to that. Jacobson's organ seen on the roof of mouth cavity. Aromatic particles that stick on to the tongue of the snake reach the Jacobson's organ. It results in stimulation of olfactory receptors. So very long tongue which have a bifurcation just like a fork-like appearance or Y-shaped tongue, and when even if they close their mouth, there is a small hole here you can see through which the tongue can protrude out. So why they are doing? In order to sense the smell of prey or enemy in and around their surrounding. And the organ which help them to do so is Jacobson's organ. Next we are moving to another magnificent sense organ in smaller organism, that is Ommatidia. Ommatidia is formed of thousands of small eyes. It is common among insect family and it acts as a photoreceptor. So here you can see a fruit fly which is also known as Drosophila. You might have seen or observed small flies on the vegetables or fruits. When we cut some vegetables and keep for some time, small flies come and sit. And usually in the fruit basket, a small fly, some are having very orangish or red eye, that is the fruit fly, which is also having this Ommatidia. So one eye is enlarged here. How it appears? Thousands of eyes are well packed as a single unit. Here you can see this is the Ommatidia, a bunch of cells packed together. Here you can see a single Ommatidia, the structure of a single Ommatidia. So Ommatidia is the plural form, Ommatidium is the singular form. That's the difference. So the receptor in insects is Ommatidia. And what type of receptor is it? It is a photoreceptor. So here you have a close-up look of the insect eye. Here thousands of cells or eyes combine to form a single eye. So hence the insect eye is known as compound eyes. We are having simple eye, but insect having compound eyes. Next one is lateral line, which is common in fishes. When you observe the body of fish, you can see shadings or a line passing through the body. In some fishes, it is in the form of two shades. Some it has a definite line. Even if it is covered with scales, we can see a differentiation in the arrangement of particles. That means in color shading. So that particular line is known as lateral line. So this is the lateral line. Here you can see how it appears. See, there are cells, specialized cells in the lateral line, which is similar to the sensory cell inside our ear. And what is the function? Function is to detect the change in the balance of body. See, even if the fish dwell in water, different fishes have different territory. They won't cross the territory and come to the upper or lower depth of the ocean or whichever water body they dwell. And what happens if they cross the boundary or the territory limit? They cannot survive because their life is fully adapted to water, means the property, the depth, the pressure, the salinity, the minerals, the osmotic pressure, everything is related to their life. So if they come up and down, frequently, they cannot withstand the changes in the surrounding or in their environment. Just as we climb a mountain or when we go down the deep trenches, we feel some sort of suffocation, isn't it? So similarly, the fishes have certain region. Each type or each species of fishes have certain aquatic regions where they can dwell. So in order to identify the changes in pressure in the environment, they have an inbuilt sensor in the form of lateral line. So lateral line is a sense organ common in fishes in order to detect the change in balance of body. So if there is any density difference in water, if there is any pressure change in water, they cannot withstand, they will die. So fishes always move within their limited area based on their adaptations and the efficiency in modifying the change in the climatic condition, they can survive. Otherwise, they will die. So the lateral line is common among fishes. Now, let's see some spectacular visions possessed by certain animals. The bird's vision gets a significant boost from the nerve density in retina at the back of the eye. Eagles and owls are one of the best examples, which have 5 times more nerves than human does, which means their eyes transfer more detailed image to the brain for processing. This eyesight is particularly useful during hunting. The next group of animals which have spectacular vision is from cat family. Their eyes are relatively large, situated to provide binocular vision. Their night vision is especially good due to the presence of a special silvery-like layer which reflects light back inside the eyeball and gives field eyes their distinctive shine. The next creature with spectacular vision is dragonfly. A dragonfly's head is all eyes. Dragonflies have near 360-degree vision with just one blind spot directly behind them. This extraordinary vision is one reason why they are able to keep a watch on a single insect within a swarm and go after it while avoiding the mid-air collisions with other insects in the swarm. So here you can see large two compound eyes which enables them a powerful vision. Next creature is chameleon. So chameleon, as you have studied in your lower classes, they are having so many peculiarities. One among is the ability to change in color. Do you remember? Another peculiarity of chameleon is that their eyes. The eyes of chameleon provide 360-degree vision due to unique eye anatomy and an ability to transition between monolocular and binocular vision. So in this slide you can see how they are rotating their eye, and the most amazing thing is that two eyes are independent. They can independently rotate two eyes and able to see the sceneries from both the sides of the body. So that is one of the most advanced feature among the animal kingdom, that is 360-degree vision. That means full. They can rotate the whole eyeball and see the vision very clearly. Next one is mantis shrimp. Mantis shrimp can see up to 6 types of polarization. That means horizontal, vertical, 2 diagonals and 2 types of circular polarization in which a light wave spirals clockwise or counterclockwise. They are the only animal known to see the circularly polarized light. So it's a marine creature, very close relative of our shrimp. Shrimp, as you know, it's a prawn. We commonly call as prawn. So comes under the family of shrimp. Here you can see two button-like or bulb-like glowing eyes, which is very powerful in its action. The scientists have recently discovered that they are the only creature with 6 types of polarization. So this particular shrimp has most powerful vision which can beat up to the performance of a high quality camera. Now the next animal with spectacular vision is our goat. Goat has a side slanted eyes. It is usually for grazing. Using computer models, the researchers confirmed that sideways eye produce a much wider field of vision than like our own eyes. They can rotate more than 50 degrees per eye, the researchers say, which is 10 times of the human eye. Now let's move to another group of animals with astounding hearing. Amazing hearing ability. First of all, dogs can hear higher pitched sound and can detect a frequency range higher than human beings. Next one is lynx. Lynx is a type of cat, wild cat, which has got several muscles in the ear. You can clearly see here how they are moving their pinna in order to receive the sound waves. Next one is bat. Bat is having a powerful hearing with echolocation. Next amazing animal is horse. Not only for their power, they are also famous for their strong sense of hearing. Next one is dolphin. Dolphin is also famous for their echolocation and perceiving different types of sound waves. Another is from the bird family, that is pigeon. Pigeons have excellent hearing abilities. They can detect sound at far lower frequency than humans are able to and can thus hear distant storms and volcanoes. Pigeons and humans have lived in close proximity for thousands of years. Next one is elephant. Elephant, when compared to their body, the ears are very small. But even if the outer part is very small, they can have a very strong sense of hearing. The best part is that they can sense very feeble sound. They can detect very low frequency sound waves. They usually use the infrasonic sound waves, which are sounds emitted below the human hearing range in long distance communication. Next one is the sniffer word. We are going to the next part, that is animals with strong sense of smell. The most efficient among is the African giant rat. They are coming from the rat family, that is the rodent. These African giant rat have super sniffing power. Even the man uses these animals in mines in order to identify the minerals and all. So these rats rank pretty high in terms of olfactory abilities. In fact, certain research institutions shows that they have high sensitive to smell, and some species have even been trained in order to detect odors specific to landmines and even tuberculosis. Next one is super sniffer, the dogs. As we mentioned earlier, they have high sense of hearing. Along with that, they have super sense of smell. They possess up to 300 million olfactory receptors in their noses, compared to about 6 million in us. We have only 6 million. The dog possesses 300 million olfactory receptors in their nose. And the part of a dog's brain that is devoted to analyzing the smell is proportionally speaking 40 times greater than ours. So definitely dog is in a very high rank position when compared to human in regarding the sniffing, that means the olfaction. The next animal is the super sniffer shark. So shark is an aquatic animal. They have a heightened sense of smell and olfactory system that is hundreds of times stronger than human being. So if the shark dwells in terrestrial habitat, definitely this shark may outdated the dog. Why? Because they are having more sense of smell than dog. So thank God they are in water itself. They have an aquatic life. So we are not exploiting their efficiency. Their nostrils located beneath their snouts and used only for smelling and not for breathing. They do have the capacity to detect tiny amount of various compounds in water. They can easily detect the smell of blood. In that way they can identify the prey or the enemy in their surrounding. The next creature is the sniffers, that is the snake. Snakes have highly developed sense of smell, but they don't use their nose for this. Instead, they taste the air with their tongues, using the damp surface to catch the scent particles and carry them to a special organ in the mouth called Jacobson's organ, where they can be identified as food or danger. Many other animals have similar organ, including the bears. The next animal is from the bird family, that is kiwi. The New Zealand's kiwi is accepted as having an unusual keen nose for a bird. They have developed this olfactory talent because they are flightless and must find their dinner of insects and worms on the ground. The placement of the kiwi's nostril in the tip of its bill is an unusual adaptation that makes finding food easier. Next one is the super sniffer, that is the moth. Moth again comes from the or they belongs to the insect family. The champion smeller of the insect world is male silk moth. He can send his lady love as far away as 6 miles or more. His powerful sense of smell has inspired scientists to begin to develop an artificial brain, that means a robot, which can detect scent, and they are using against drug smuggling and chemical weapon. So very powerful sense of smell.
So we have discussed a wide range of sense organs in variety of animals. We have to focus on the four major group, that is eye spot, the planaria possess. Secondly, Omatidia in the insect group. Third one, Jacobson's organs, that is in the snake. And finally, the shark, which possesses two types of sensation, especially the olfactory as well as lateral line.
So here I am concluding. Thank you.